Let me hear you say ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba da. Crazy at this thing called love, just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. That's why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba ba da, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba da.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Tony Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. This morning, I'm at the Black Business Association. And before me is the founder and CEO, Miss Lisa Wrangling. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Chesson. Thank you so much for being here with us. We are so excited when you come through these doors. It's always so refreshing to see you and to welcome you to the Rhode Island Black Business Association. And of course, I am your awesome friend, Miss Lisa Wrangling, founder and CEO of this great organization we go by and call REBA.
Lisa, tell us about REBA.
Yeah, REBA is an organization. Can you imagine? We're going on 12 years old. Rhode Island Black Business Association was founded to create opportunities and build community through business development. And we support small businesses. We help them with access to capital, access to technical assistance for them to grow and thrive and create jobs. And we know when businesses are creating jobs, they actually hire real people We are moving people from poverty to sustainability. It's a win-win for all of us. In addition, we offer a 7-month leadership development training program that is geared towards high-performing professionals. Again, in Rhode Island, we know that we're hearing people are saying we can't find people of color, black and brown leaders. Well, in partnership with University of Rhode Island and the Department of Labor and Training, we are offering a 7-month leadership development training program that is going to impact companies out there. So any company that wants to diversify their workforce, they need to connect with the Rhode Island Black Business Association. We can help them with their talent development, their pipeline program. Right now, we have over 50 professionals that will be starting in the next cohort in the fall, in October. And again, this is a program that is funded by DLT and in partnership with University of Rhode Island. We are changing the face of leadership in Rhode Island. In addition, we have several other programs. The microloan program, which grants loan anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And we have a forgivable loan program up to $5,000. You can find us on web, www.ri-bba.org, or you can call the office at 401-383-1179. We look forward to servicing you. Join us.
What message do you have for the people?
Well, we have our upcoming gala coming up October 28th. Friday, October 28th, it will be at the Omni. Tickets will go on sale. Early bird tickets will go on sale very shortly. Connect us, and we look forward to servicing you and having a good time this fall.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We look forward to talking with you again soon.
Alrighty. Take care. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. We woke up this morning on this Thursday, October 20th, to low 40 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. Be not dismayed. We'll go up to the upper 50s, and it's going to be sunny, just like yesterday. If you enjoyed yesterday, today is going to be similar. So, as usual, take heed and govern yourselves. You driving, buckle up. Safety first. You kids, take heed and govern yourselves. Safety first. Buckle up. Whether you're driving or not, buckle up. So, let my topic come around and we see what we got to talk about today. And as usual, we got a lot. We got a lot because there's a lot going on in Liberia. I just listened to Joe Boycott interview on the Class Reloaded, and I was very impressed. He was very eloquent, clear. Today's topics: how do Liberians put an end to our illicit culture of criminal impunity? 2, breaking news from the Friends of Rodney Chesson organization's Dr. Glenn S. Prescod Community Self-Help Vocational Baking School on the Buduburam Refugee Camp in the West African Republic of Ghana. Those are my topics for today. Let me take my coffee break. Let's go through another ad, see what people got to tell us to go today, and we'll be right back. Okay? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. I'm on Broad Street this morning at the Island Restaurant. It's a Jamaican-owned restaurant that has been here in Providence for a little while, I think. But before me, I have the proprietor. Good morning, sir. Could you tell us your name and how long this restaurant has been here?
I'm Ricky. We've been here over 5-6 years. Me and my wife. We started out a Jamaican restaurant, Caribbean. We're in front of 3 high schools, and we did burgers and fries, and that's now one of the most popular items here, like burgers and fries. So all the kids from the high school, they come here after school for lunch and then after school. So this place is packed during the day with kids.
So you get a lot of support for the community.
Yeah.
Well, I want to wish you the best, and we'll spread your news about this restaurant further, so probably your clientele will increase.
Thank you for that.
Nice meeting you, Ricky.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
You too.
So it's good to be back. And that's our first topic for this morning. How do Liberians put an end to our illicit culture of criminal impunity? This very question was asked to Joe Boyka, the vice president, our former vice president, who is currently running for president of Liberia now. I heard this interview this morning on the Class Reloaded with Stephen Johnson, the host, and he had 2 or 3 or 4 guests with him. And also interviewed on that show was the former vice president, Joseph Boyka, who is currently a candidate for the presidency of Liberia. And I was very impressed with his interview, considering his age and all the rumors. They got people talking about his health condition, and this and that. But Joe sat there, he answered the questions. He was clear, succinct, and I really enjoyed some of his answers. So the most pertinent question that was posed to me was, how do we change this culture, this illicit or unlawful culture we have in our country of criminal impunity? What does that mean? Impunity, forgiveness, no punishment. When people commit crimes, they get off scot-free without any punishment, without any questions. No punitive actions against them for their crimes. And these are government officials. So when our government officials perpetrate these crimes time and time again, and our people see it over and over, we see people killing people. We see security agents go kill people. No, they don't get no question. They don't go to investigation. They don't go to jail. They do nothing. We see other people committing the same crimes in our country and getting away with it with impunity. When our leaders can do that, what do you expect for the common people to do? Look at the 3 missing boys under George Weah's watch. The man who took these boys away from their parents and took them someplace that got them missing, he's still operating in Liberia under the color of law. Why these people have lost their children and there's no accountability for their children? The people go demonstrate, they send the police to break them up and tear gas them and all of that, put them in jail. We have a culture of impunity. the 3 missing boys, our 4 auditors. People dying every day. You listen to the one of the people, and what his name, I got his name around my mind, Clyde Toomey. You listen to him on the Class Reloaded. He talked about how in the past 2 months, between Mansurado County and Bon County, so many people have been killed. And they have killed women, their husband beating their wives to death and killing them. Why? Because the woman spent $500 over than what she was supposed to spend. I mean, is that some reason to beat your wife to kill her? And they were talking about the same culture of impunity. They see our government officials getting away with it. Why the common people can't get away with it too? So we're rather in the shadow of justice. Do we have justice, or are we just in the shadow of it? Because when you're in the shadow of something, it's not real. You're in the shadow. It's a reflection. So what we're dealing with in our country is a reflection of justice. It's not justice. If we live in a society where people can commit crimes and get away with it with ease, our society is so backwards, people can just do anything, come on and do anything, especially when you're government officials. This is not right. So when they asked Joe Borka this question, this is Joe, how will we get away from this culture of criminal impunity? You know what he said? We got to start with ourselves. And that's what I've been telling you all along. Nothing can change in Liberia until we go to the mirror and look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, who are we? Reflect on everything you have done through all your life until now. Has it been good? Has it been just? Has it been right? And if you come to the conclusion that you have some questions in your mind about some things that you did, that means everything not right in our country. If it's not right with you, when you review your life and see who you hurt, who you betrayed, who you lied to, who you did all these things to, and you put all of it together, and you know there's a problem somewhere. Because our lives can't just be made of lies and deceitfulness and stealing and betraying people. Our lives can't just, we gotta have better things in our lives if we claim to be Christians. We gotta look for the best things in our lives, man. So if we look in the mirror and see all the things we have done, who betrayed our ma, our pa, our friends, our brothers, who fought for things that didn't belong to us, but we wanted it. When we look at all those things, and be sincere to yourself, because you're not telling nobody else. You're looking in the mirror and you're talking to yourself. What have I done in this life, a lifetime, that wasn't right? I know it wasn't right, but I did it anyway. When we look at ourselves, we see that ourselves have these problems of impunities, wrongful impunities, wrongful acts that we don't get punished for. And we take advantage of other people and take it for granted. We all got these things in our closets because we come from a country that tolerates this kind of thing, that promote this kind of thing. You know, sometimes they call it shy defrauding. I told you what shy defrauding means. That's a German word. It's a common word used to indicate that there are people who are happy when other people have misfortunes. So that's what they call shy defrauding. You know, you and the guy, buddy, you see something too, you be laughing. And you be saying, yeah, you know, you do it. But you're happy because of his downfall, he stumbles too, or because he's in some business and the business failing. And you're happy because of that. People see his downfall. Shy and frauding. You know? You get satisfaction other people, other people's downfall. Look in the mirror. Plenty of Liberian people are that too. They happy when other people feel. Even though the people ain't got nothing to do with them. They're not even friendly with them. They just know them. But they're just jealous. Why him and not me? Maybe he put more time into what he's doing than you. Maybe he's blessed. And blessings, let me tell you something. Blessings do not always start with us. So when you see somebody blessed and shining, and you see that they haven't done anything to deserve that, don't think they haven't done anything. Maybe their father did. Maybe their mother did. Maybe their grandfather did. All of those blessings come down the bloodline. So if your father was very good and pious, God may have blessed him, but he may have died at an early age. You know how we see a lot of young people die early? Good people, a lot of very good people die early. Don't think they don't get paid. They get paid. Everything we learn from science, everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Anything that happens, if a good person died today, don't think they're just dying. Their goodness got to be paid for. So sometimes when you see them die, then later on, their wife have a child, or they have children and they die young, and then when the children grow up, all kind of blessings bestowed upon their children. Everything they put their hands in, they shine. When they go to school, they get good education. People wonder, how they got so lucky with everything? So because they come from the Father. God bless the Father, but the Father was not blessed enough to live. God called him back. Say, I bless you, but I'm taking you back. So that blessing still there. When you do good, it doesn't go away. Just like when you do bad, it doesn't go away. It lingers. It lingers. And sometimes your family pay for it. Just like how your family benefit from goodness, your family can pay for badness. So everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Nothing goes unpunished or undone in this world. You see? All the murders Charles Prince Johnson and did you think they're happy? They're not happy. He's fighting to save his soul. Because he knows that there's a life after death, and he has seen it. The people that he killed have come to him. Some of them, he has seen them. And he's living a tormented life. But he doesn't understand that our life does not end here. It continues. So you're fighting to save your name on this earth when you be fighting to save your soul after you die. And you see, these are the things with ignorant people. He's fighting to build college instead of fighting to truly repent. Because if he believes in God and he believes that he can go and be a pastor, that God forgave him and all of things, then he must know that fighting for your life on earth is not your salvation. Fighting for your life after death is your salvation. Except you just want to linger on this earth all your life. You die here. Your spirit can't go to the light. It's just on the earth. You just tormenting people. You become a part of the evil realm too, appearing to people everywhere. Those things happen. We believe it. Americans believe it. Don't think American people don't believe it. Go watch a TV show. Go watch the Spirit Channel. What they call that show? What they call the channel? 170 Travel Channel. Go watch the Travel Channel. You see all about ghosts. You see all about psychics. But yeah, the people won't catch the ghosts on film. They won't catch the ghosts on recording. We scared of ghosts. These people here won't record the ghosts. They will track the ghosts down. Hey, that's not our forte. But if you watch it, you will learn a lot. If you're brave enough to watch those shows, some people are scared. They can't even watch the shows. Oh, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to think about it. But you'll see, our life does not end here. So everything you do here, it may follow you. Some people never get peace. Why? Because they never knew peace on earth. When you never knew peace, so you think you will find peace when you die. You can't find peace when you die. And most of the people, when they die, their spirits are afraid to go to the light for punishment. Because when you go to the light, that's going to the divine, to God. And they fear when they go, if they done bad on earth, when they die and go to the light, God will punish them. And they don't want to be punished. They think they will just do bad and just live on this earth. But they don't know eventually everybody got to face the truth. Everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry got to face the light. You got to face judgment, whether you're scared or not. So the more you prolong your judgment, it doesn't matter anything. You still go to hell. You still be punished. World without end. You're listening to the Lord's Prayer when you're saying the Lord's Prayer. All of that relates to what I'm talking right now. We are Christians. If we say we are Christians, then you got to understand that when you're saying the Lord's Prayer, it's relating to everything in our lives right now. The criminal impunity, the corruption, the evil. Our Father who art in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. Protect us from our enemies. All of that you're seeing and begging the Lord for. Protect me from trespassing against other people and let me forgive them. Because that's the crux of our faith. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. But Christian faith, we can't take it out of context and take it from forgiveness into for peace sake. No, we can't do that. We know that that is the foundation of our faith, to forgive people. Yes, we forgive people who do wrong. Just as our responsibility on our faith is to forgive, it's the same accountability on our faith that God gave us the authority to punish those who do wrong, to hurt our society, to bring us down in shame and disgrace. And because he knows there are certain things that we expect of and require of our clergy leaders that they cannot do in the physical world, because we look at them as pious, holy, precious, good, next to God. That's how we take our ministers and things. So there are certain things they can't do. That's why our country was destroyed under Toba. Our country will be destroyed under Wiatu. All the people that are using the Bible to deceive our people, that's not the calling of our God. God separated the church from the state. You see, Toba came with his cross, his king, and all these kind of things, rumors circulating that the man won't be president of the Baptist World Alliance, take over God's church. Then you won't be running around with key in your hand with the Liberian people believing that you got voodoo and juju. It can't work. It can't work. When Toba became president, he prostrated himself in the church before God and said he submit to God. Then he get up from there and take the juju king and all these kind of things. People say he got all kind of things under his feet, the juju mark and all. You can't do those kind of things. You're not deceiving God. But the worst part about it is when our leaders do those things and we condone them in power over us, God makes us suffer with them too. Because we have the power to change our leaders. God gave us that in our constitution too. That's why that's the only law in our nation that all of vote for, the constitution. That's the only law you ever vote for in Liberia, the constitution. So that's a divine law because it encompasses the desires, the powers, the will, the prayers, the visions, the love of all of us when we vote on our constitution, because that's the only thing that holds Liberia together, that tells us who we are, what our unity forms, because our unity forms a nation called Liberia. Our coming together, our working together, our believing together, our sacrificing together enables us to build Liberia. And the Constitution expresses all of that, all our dreams, all our love, all our wishes, all our desires for our country are encompassed in our Constitution, because that's the only law all of us vote on. And after we vote on that, we finish with it. We finish with government. We put our representatives there. So you see, that's the only law that gives us in the world knowledge that we are the owners of Liberia. When all of us sign that constitution together and it's approved, they call it ratification. When all of us sign it and say, yes, this is the constitution we want, it becomes ratified. It becomes law. Nobody can change that law. That's what they call ratification, because our lawmakers will go in the house, work their head together and put all the laws together that they think we like. When they put it together, that forms the constitution. Then we got to have a referendum where all of us will read it and say whether we like it or not. When we have that referendum and all of us vote on our constitution, it becomes law and order and the highest law of our land. Why? Because all of us voted on it. All of us express our desire personally, yes or no. And those who don't like it got to conform, because we are under a system of majority rule. So whether you like it or not, when the majority of Liberian people sign and say, this is what we want, you better conform, because it's our law. And that what gives our country this great unification and coming together in the amalgamation of all the tribes of our love, and it brings it all together. And that's why when we disrespect our constitution, when our leaders violate our constitution and laws, it reflects badly on us and to the world. Why? Because the constitution is divine. One man can't break the constitution. Just like our road act, it was law. For 12 of them to go take that money and use it to pay salary, that was wrong. You violated a God-given act. When our legislature make law, it is divine. That's why we hold them accountable to make good laws. And when they make laws to steal our money and our possession, they are just like any low-down criminal in our prison, and they should be treated as such. But we respect them. You know, our God-given positions. That's why those people take oaths. Every government official got to put his hand on the Bible or the Quran or any book you believe in. You got to put your hands on it. That's why they don't just restrict it to Bible now. They restrict it to your religion. Are you a Muslim? Yes. Yes, the Quran. Put your hand on the Quran. You're coming to serve our country. We want you to be truthful in your oath that your God will punish you. So we're not using the Bible for Muslims. No, we got to bring the Quran. We use the Bible for Muslims, for Christian. Animals, you can even bring a donkey back and let him put his hand on the donkey back. It doesn't matter to the animals. He just better follow our laws. So that's a significant thing about us. No matter what religion you come from, what culture you come from, what tribe you come from, you got to submit to the Constitution. It care what your belief, what's your personal belief, what your personal faith belief, what your personal constitutional belief, what's your personal... We don't care about that. Because every Liberian in the majority signed for our constitution to become law. So we are held accountable and responsible when our leaders are stealing and corrupt and chaotic, and we can't change them. We still support them. We turn our backs to the evilness, and we say we'll vote for you. You kill my mom, you kill my pa. No, you can't do that. Somebody kill your mom, your pa, you vote for them. You can't do that. You can't do that. Even though it was a lie today, and there was no other candidate that I liked, and I like Doe for what he did, despite the fact that my pa was killed and all of that, I will not vote for Doe. I will not vote at all. Because I can't vote for somebody that killed my pa. I can't vote for somebody that killed my mom. I may like your philosophy. I may accept it. But for me to go put my pen down and say, I voted for you, no, I will not do that. If you are elected, I will support you. I will obey you. But I just can't vote for you. Because that's my principle. You kill somebody dear to me, and I was a family member. I can't vote for you. But some people don't see it like that. And that's where our country is today. Because no matter who you are, you got to have some principles. You got to stand for something and die for anything. So what do you stand for? If you stand for Liberia, you will die for Liberia. You stand for your mom and pa, you will die for your mom and pa. You stand for your friend, you will die for your friend. But you don't stand for nothing, you will die for anything. So what do you stand for? As a Liberian, where do you stand? Are you going to be accountable for the direction of your country and the actions of your leaders? Are you going to hold them accountable to our laws that you signed that come under the divine realm? Because our law, our constitution, encompasses the desires, the dreams, the wishes, the love, and everything of the Liberian people in our constitution. And that what makes it so holy and so precious and so sacrosanct that we got to respect it. And when people violate it with impunity, God can save our country because we neglect our own responsibility to hold our leaders accountable. Our leaders are our servants. They are not our gods. When you learn that, we hold our leaders accountable and responsible and fire them and punish them because they are not our gods. They are our servants. My class is done on this topic. Aluta! Continua. Let's take a little ad. Then we'll go back to my next subject.
I'm an agent here at AmeriLife, and I help people with their Medicare, life insurance, and annuities. If you ever need anything, please give me a call. My number is 434-426-9493. And we're located in Cranston, Rhode Island.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tony Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, I'm at Kebe's African restaurant on the other side of Providence. And she is right here. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Kebe McCann.
Now, Kebe has been here for a while, and this is one of our Liberian restaurants. So, Kebe, tell us how long you've been in this spot and why you decided to get into business.
I've been in this spot for 14 years now. I decided to open this restaurant because of helping people, going out and feeding the homeless, and we need a place where the food be cooked. And I opened this restaurant. Since then, I'm still at the same place, 850 Admiral Street.
So how has the community responded to your effort?
Well, the community has responded greatly to my efforts. I do successful feed the homeless, and people have embraced the business, and it led me to move forward to Liberia to open the orphanage for children in Liberia.
Wow, you have an
All
orphanage?
from this restaurant.
You kidding me?
And because of the customer has been very nice to me and loyal to me, I was able to go to Liberia 3 weeks ago and open an orphanage in my late mother's name, Eugenia Bright,
Wow. Where is the orphanage?
in New Jersey, Monrovia, Liberia.
Wow. So what message do you have for your customers?
Well, my customers are very loyal to me, and they are very faithful. They always help me when we're doing the backpack giveaway for children every year, which will soon be coming down end of the month. And then we give the food away, the turkey and chicken in November. And because of the customer, all the tips they leave and all the encouragement help me to promote this business and do what I'm doing moving forward. So I love my customers, I love my neighbors, and I love everybody in general. And
We
God
thank you
continue
very
to bless
much
us all.
for your efforts.
Thank you, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you too. Let the people see the delicious food you're fixing
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's good to be back. Now, you see this t-shirt I got on? It says Tuskegee Airmen. This is a military group of the United States Air Force. Okay? This group was the first group of black pilots that the U.S. Air Corps during the Second World War took to Tuskegee, Alabama. Tuskegee is a city in Alabama. They took them there to try an experiment to see if black people could really learn to fly planes. So they set up an all-black unit with bombers, with aviators, with mechanics and technicians and everything. All of them were black. They had their own unit. And they flew during World War II. They didn't want it to fly because they felt black people couldn't fly. The boys wanted to fight. They didn't want them to fight. So they gave them mission to protect planes going with cargoes and medical planes and all of that. And they did some exceptional jobs protecting those planes. They got into some scrimmages and they killed a lot of Germans, a lot of the enemies. Some of them went on kamikaze mission. That means killing yourself, sacrificing yourself. The Japanese call it kamikaze. When you commit suicide with the plane or the weapon, you bring your plane and crash it into the ship or something, so you can make sure the people die, the enemies are killed. So they call that kamikaze missions. Some of them died bringing their planes into the warship. There's a movie on it, the Tuskegee Airmen. So make sure you find that movie and watch it. See, this is a true movie of these brave black men fighting for the United States Air Force. At that time, it wasn't called Air Force, it was called Air Corps. So they were some of the first black people, and they brought pride and prestige to this organization. And I'm also proud to say that my father-in-law was a Tuskegee Airman. Okay? So he was one of the people that really promoted it. James McLaurin, he was a Tuskegee Airman, and he promoted it all through New England, the Corps, the program, the Tuskegee Airmen. So they have monuments built, they have got bridges built, they got different things named after them. And it's a growing organization of proud American military men who served this nation. And we try to keep that tradition going. So wearing this t-shirt is a source of pride for me to honor our first aviators in the United States Air Force. So that's the story of the Tuskegee Airmen. So when you see me wearing this t-shirt, Tuskegee is military. Okay? So that's part of our military tradition in this country for Black people. Now my second topic is going to deal with my people in the Buduburam refugee camp. Their graduation will be in December. These young people have done tremendously well. Some of them are selling their own products now. Just imagine, before we started this baking class, most of the people in the Buduburam camp didn't know nothing about flour, how to mix flour, how to do butter, what butter we could do, we're mixing butter and flour and all the other ingredients we could do, how to bake anything. Most of them didn't know nothing about it. But now, they can go around baking their own things. They know how to mix the butter and the flour and all of that, and giving them a source of pride because they can do something. Now they know something. And they were talking too. They said before the school, we didn't even know about flour, where you could do a flour. Now we know everything that has to do with baking. They're not professionals, but they know it. And it's a pride for me to be involved with this, to be the founder of this school. And I want to express my thanks and appreciation time and time again to all the people in Rhode Island and all America that gave me money to help me promote this initiative. It is successful. It is successful. And we must acknowledge it for what it is. So let's go to my people in the Buduburam refugee camp and let's see them baking cake. And they baked it. Oh Lord, there we go. That's my show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, file a complaint. 1-800. Let me leave that alone. Have a good day, my people. Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show is done, and I'm out. Have a good day.